Hi folks, good morning. My name is Marian Quinlan Curtin. I'm from a little place called Templedowie, County Tipperary. I'm 44 years married today, so I thought I'd dress up for the occasion. Now our governments are asking us to keep social distance, and no one is looking after the retail staff. Please do what your government is asking. 2 meters apart. If you're a non-married parent and you need someone to look after your kid, ask a neighbour. There's people helping people to get their shopping, to get their messages. Supermarkets are not a social place to be at the present moment. You go in for your messages and you go home. It's not for chit-chat. Go for a walk in the park, but keep your kids a distance away from other children. Because remember, they're going home and they're maybe transmitting this virus to older folk and vulnerable people within their family. And that's people with CF, with heart problems, with asthma. There's a whole thousands and thousands of range of things. Look, I'm cleanliness this morning. Now I woke up this morning and it was very warm. And I tore off and I got my thermometer. And my thermometer, trying to get it to work, when I took my temperature the first time it was hot. I thought it was dead. Then I got it working and it was normal. And then I said to myself, you stupid woman. It was only a hot flush because you're in the menopause. Now, we can make our own fun. Our parents did it during the war. And I am doing it here. Look, if I walk up my road today dressed like this, and I make 2 or 3 cars passing laugh, I've done my job. Now, I want to show you a few things. Now, these are all very special items. My late father made this from a white thorn tree. And he made it just with 2 items. Well, 3 I suppose. One was, he had 4 maybe. One was a strong mug of tea. My father made tea and you could trot a horse in it and he'd leave footprints. It could be strewn on the range for a week. A penknife, and the sandpaper from his matchbox when he lit his cigarette. Now that's how this item was made. Now my late father-in-law did the same thing, with very little. Smooth to the touch, beautiful. Spent weeks and weeks and weeks and patience and quiet time in meditation, making something of beauty that I now actually love having. Look at this one. That is beautiful. You don't get something like that. They're things of beauty. And when I touch those today, now this one comes in handy for me because I suffer with my back. And the funny thing is, my father used this. This was me dad's. So every time I use this, or I have to use it, I think of my father and what they went through. And we're only asked to go into isolation. 2 meters apart. Wash our hands. Don't touch your face. You're beautiful enough. You don't have to. And think of people who are keeping places open for us. People in the retail business. People in the chemists. People stacking the shelves in the supermarket. And only take what you need. Our Taoiseach and our ministers promised us that they would keep things going. But if people keep acting in an irresponsible manner, It won't work. They lock everything down because of the irresponsibility of few. So think of the many. Think of the amount of people that were diagnosed yesterday, our highest yet. Think of the families of the 3 people that have sadly passed away, and that over thousands and thousands that have died in the world. Think of them. Now, I'm going to leave you for a couple of seconds. I'll be back in a minute. Yay! And hello, I've returned. Now, I published a book in whenever. And this is a poem I wrote, and it's called Tipperary Country Girl. And this is a song actually. In Tipperary town where I was born, in a village near Templemore, at the age of 16 years to Dublin city I came. There I met a handsome young man who asked me to be his wife. But I was a Tipperary country girl, and he a Kildare boy. I was aged almost 19, and he was 22. He brought me to meet his mam and pa. I said I loved them too. Then we got married in a small little church just outside Templemore. But I was a Tipperary country girl, and he a Kildare boy. It was born a beautiful summer's morn when into church we came. We both knelt down to take our vows until the day we died. Then we bought a nice little house just outside Templemore. But I was a Tipperary country girl, and he a Kildare boy. Many years have passed, seem so long ago, in my mind like the other day. Our children reared and gone from home, as I'm remembering today. Our life was good as I knew it would, and we had our ups and downs. But that is what life is about, sharing good and bad old times. Today it is our anniversary, and I still love him so. I am sitting here remembering when he asked me to marry him long ago. Our life was good as I knew it would on that day so long ago. But I was a Tipperary country girl, and he a Kildare boy. Now, I may not love him in a month or 2 months, but we've got this far together, and we'll get the rest of the way, and we have good family, and we have good neighbours, and we can make fun for ourselves. Try not take in much of what they're saying, just the 2 main things every day, and that's when they give the statement in the evening of what you're to look out for and what you're to do. They're sick of asking. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Stay 2 meters apart. Designated times for health staff and for older people to get their shopping. Respect that. Don't ring your friend down the road and say, I'm going into Dunn's. I need food. Are you coming? And next thing you have 2 trolleys, 2 people, and God knows how many kids running around the shop. And there's older vulnerable people. And there are staff members who have partners, husbands and children who are vulnerable. So if you respect all those things, will be grand. Now, do you want to hear about me first confession? I remember years ago, when my first confession I took, I remember trying to learn the questions in that big green catechism book. I remember my legs were shaking. I thought I was heading for damnation. I remember going into the confession box, so dark inside. I was almost fainting, trying to hide. Me on one side and the priest on the other. Oh, brother! Somewhere in the middle of me act of contrition, I was wondering if me mother's jelly was setting. The priest was a nice, pleasant man. He gave me 3 Hail Marys for me sin. I was wondering what all the fuss was about. My mother had scrubbed me inside and out, and there was a big smile on my face coming out, looking forward to my first communion, no doubt. Now, Riley and Niamh, Nanny and Granda loved you. The world 10 times over. Big hugs and a high five from Granda Riley. Niamh, be good for Mammy. Keep doing your homework. And everybody out there, please keep safe and keep other people safe. And we'll get through this together. I'm telling you. Now, my back is still at me, but that doesn't mean I can't have fun. I'll probably be on the painkillers soon, though. But I have enough of my ancestors' walking sticks to keep me going. So with that thought, I'm going to say, everybody be safe. I thought I'd do it from a different room today and give you something else to look at. Not much, but I suppose I'm nice enough to look at. So this is Marian Quinlan Curtin signing off. The 20th of March 2020, and COVID-19, we'll get through it. But as the government said, we'll do it together by being sensible, being kind, being caring, and thinking of others. Bye.